Memorandum of Agreement. Honorable Suiso, you have now the floor.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair and our Honorable Majority Floor Leader. Please allow me to discuss the salient provisions of the Memorandum of Agreement, a 9-page MOA entered into by the Sabanan Indigenous Cultural Communities, indigenous peoples, represented by their head, Bae Relinda Ibation of Zami City, IP Gunutan, and Gokong Demetrius Sumuan Gokong Gunutan of Barangay Stimson, Obordo, as the indigenous people political structure of the ancestral domain where the subject of the matter is located. Also, we have the second party entered into a part of the MOA is the Reserva Press Cocina Suites and Restaurant Project, represented by Ms. Hannah Esmeralda Gulimlim. And the third party to the MOA is the National Commission Indigenous Peoples, NCIP, headed by its Regional Director, Mr. Fondador S. Binahun Jr., represented by the Provincial Director, Ma'am Emily Silva. Before I'm going to proceed, Madam Chair, please allow me to recognize the presence of our members of the Tabubong Labo, the IPS of Tabubong Labo, not only the chieftain tribal leaders of the 5 barangay ancestral domains are here, but also the members of the Tabubong Labo, wherein 11 chieftains and tribal leaders are here also together. Also with the, I'd like also to commend the efforts of our legal officer, Attorney Francis Solita, who painstakingly and burning midnight candles just to finish the MOA with all the provisions to be included in the MOA, Madam Chair. If I may proceed, Madam Chair.
Okay, go ahead.
Thank you very much. The 9-page MOA that I have been mentioned with the 3 parties included had a very important salient provisions. I will not going to mention all the articles as well as the aligning Roman numerals. I will directly proceed to the effectivity and duration, Madam Chair. That's Roman numeral number 3, the terms of agreement. That this MOA shall take effect upon its signing, which we hope that this will happen after we approve this MOA, after we will going to have to review today, and the operation of the Reserva Frescocina Suites and Restaurant Project applied in Tipan, Stimson, Obordo, Osami City will commence on the day that the project will start after the issuance of the certificate of precondition. That certificate will be issued after this MOA will be subject for the will be approved in this chamber, then subject for the review of the regional legal officers of the NCIP in Cagayan de Oro City. And for every 5 years after there will be a certificate of precondition, there will be a renegotiation and evaluation of economic benefits, provided that benefits already extended in the indigenous people shall not be subject to diminution. This is required in this provision for reasons that every 5 years, inflation, GDP growth, and any other capitals, including also the value of our currency will definitely go up. So it will be subject for renegotiation. The second important salient provision, Madam Chair, is duration of land rental. Be it known that the duration upon which Reserva Press Cocina Suites and Restaurant Project is allowed to rent. The term is rent the land in 20 years and renewable for another term, provided the second party, our second party here is Press Cocina, has not violated any provisions of this agreement. During also the deliberation, there is a English and Visayan translation on this matter. And I just like to emphasize the word the rent as well as the year, which is 20 years after. Another salient provision of this MOA, Madam Chair, is the payment. That's letter B of Roman numeral number 4. Thank you. Second party or Press Kusina, the payment of the rent as resolved and agreed during the IPS consensus and decision meeting. The second party, Press Kusina, shall pay rent to the first party the amount of 24,000 pesos as rent for the 5,000 square meters or 0.5 hectares. I'd like to emphasize on the 5,000 square meters because the original was more than these square meters. We take the advice of our CDRMO, Mr. Don Guangco, regarding on the hazard of the rest of the area. Should there be an introduced mitigating measures on that area which is subject for hazardous or any untoward that will affect the safety of the area, if they were going to introduce the mitigating, we will going to extend the area of their what do you call this, business, Madam Chair. So with this, the Press Kusina Reserva Suites and Restaurant located at Tipan, which shall be given annually. Ang ilang rental will be given annually every third Monday of December of every year until expiration of the lease agreement. Part of that is this will be given to the treasurer of the IPS, Tabubong Labo, as part of the rental every third of December every year. Another salient provision is, other than the coordination and rituals, the respect to culture and sacred places. That's number 4 of Article 4, Roman numeral 4, letter B. The second party or the Press Kusina shall respect, abide, promote, and protect the culture, customs, and traditions of the first party, including the sanctity of their traditional landmarks and sacred places. Part also of this MOA, Madam Chair, is the conduct of the rituals that will be performed, commencing the activity and join in the necessary rituals required by the community at the expense of Press Kusina. Sanctions. Kung naagay violation to the culture committed, katong wala gi-perform ng rituals or wala gi-respect ang culture o tradition sa mga sagrado nga mga lugar sa NCIP or sa atong IPs, this resolved and agreed during the IP consensus and decision meeting that Press Kusina shall pay the amount of 50,000 pesos to the first party for the violation committed against or lack of respect to the culture, customs, traditions, and practices in the implementation of the project. Another salient provision is number 5, employment opportunities. Thank you very much. The second party or Press Kusina undertakes that 90% of its workforce shall be composed of members from the first party or the Subanon indigenous cultural communities or the indigenous peoples of the ancestral domains. Thus, except for those positions requiring a technical and scientific expertise like their bartender maybe or their chief cook, Press Kusina in hiring members from the NCIP, from the Subanon indigenous cultural communities shall coordinate with the Subanon chieftain in the territorial jurisdiction of Ozame City to confirm the membership of such in the Subanon indigenous cultural community prior to hiring. Meaning 90% should be Subanon ang magtrabaho sa Press Kusina. Another salient provision is number 6 of letter B, Roman numeral number 4. The second party or Press Kusina shall ensure that no crops and other properties owned individually or communally by the first party shall be affected nor damaged consequent to the activity. If any case there is any, the amount of crops or properties affected or damaged shall be determined by the owner depending on the extent of the damage and shall be subject for ocular inspection by the indigenous political structure or the IPS of Ozami City headed by Bae Relinda Bation together with the barangay officials for just compensation. Pabayron ang atong press kusina kung naamang gani mga crops, mga tanom nga guba or nga damage, dapat ilahan ng insure ang ilahang preservation. Another salient provision is number 7 of letter B, Roman numeral number 4, economic benefits. The second party or press kusina shall give the amount of 1% of the overall gross and annual income or 20,000 pesos, whichever is higher. So it doesn't need to be 20 or it could go up as long as unsay dako mo to ang ihatag sa press kusina representing the 1% sa first party, the IPS, the Subani Indigenous Cultural Communities, through the authorized treasurer of the indigenous political structure of ancestral domain, kining payments will be collected monthly. So, whichever is higher, this amount will be used and distributed only in pursuant to the formulated and approved Community Resources Management and Development Plan of the Subanan ICPS. So, 1% overall gross annual income will be given, whichever is higher. Pero dapat na ay Community Resource Management and Development Plan nga na-approve, na-implement, unsaon tong 20,000 or higher for the ICPS or sa CADC. Another important provision is the no displacement, walay mapahawa. Bot pasabot, dili ang mga empleyado, kundi kung magamit sila sa property, walay mga subanon nga mapahawa sa area. The press kusina shall ensure that no member of the first party shall be displaced from their ancestral domains by reason of the Reserva Press Kusina. And number 9, the other salient provision is no other activities and additional areas, no other activities shall be undertaken by Press Kusina except for the Reserva Press Kusina located kung walay laing dili sila pwede masab-contract, kung wala nila ga-identify na sa ilahang project proposal or business proposal, kung sa mga activities nila din ha, kung na-appeal din ha ang ilahang mga glamping, mountain climbing, ilahang mga mountain trekking, dapat appeal silang business proposal. Kung wala na appeal, dapat dili na nila ipang-conduct or no other activities ang ilang i-conduct kung wala prior consent of the IPS ditong dapita. Another salient provision, Madam Chair, is Roman numeral number 5 on environmental conservation. The first party shall consider the affected ancestral domain in its environmental conservation efforts and shall give special attention to ICCs or IPs who are shifting cultivators or traditionally nomadic so as not to prejudice their rights. There will be environmental inspection to be conducted every 3 years by the IPS of Ozami City headed by Bae Relinda in close coordination with the NCIP and LGU. When we say environmental conservation, this should preserve and protect the ancestral domain in its natural environmental conservation form. If there be any other introduction of methods of environmental conservation, they should have it coordinated with the LGU, with the NCAP, as well as our chieftain of the IPS. Another special provision on other provision is the provision on dormant certificate precondition. when we say dormant, the provisions of the Section 30 of the NCIP AO 3 Series of 2012 shall apply in case the second party fails to conduct any activity within a year from approval or issuance of the certificate precondition. Since there is already an activity, and I think our press casino or third party is, a second party is waiting for the certificate of precondition, I believe they will definitely proceed with the operation. And the 1 year bar rule is, I think, do not apply. Another salient provision is the modification. Kung usbon, kining mga agreements or provision ani nga MOA, it should not be binding. Dili na siya effective unless all the parties hereto concur in writing. Unless there is a concurrence in writing, then modification takes effect. Redress and mechanism is one also of the salient provision. Kung naay mga problema, pangutana, naay mga yango any party to this agreement who will fully violates or fails to comply with its duty shall be sued in accordance with the customary laws and practices of the first party, and sanctions may be imposed in accordance therewith, provided that the sanctions are not excessive, cruel, and degrading, and without prejudice to the exhaustion of customary remedies and the conciliation and mediation efforts by the NCIP. Appropriate agencies, tribunal, and courts of law apply. And settlement of interpretation, kung na ganing conflict between the interpretation sa akong istorya in English, and then ay layo rak gyud kaayo sa Bisaya nga pagka-interpret or lahi gyud ang pagpasabot, ang text sa pagbinisaya, it reconciliation, then interpretation shall be in favor sa Bisaya nga text. Kung naa ganing pag-interpret gikan sa English, then pag-interpret sa Bisaya dili mao, ang katong Bisaya ang masunod or ma-take effect, dili ang English. I think I already mentioned one of the salient provisions, Madam Chair, Honorable Majority Floor Leader. Should there any be other provisions that you need to be emphasized, because I think it's salient, then we are open to that. But before that, Mr. Chair, Madam Chair, and Honorable Majority Floor Leader, I just like to make a immediate briefing that we already had the step 1 to 10. Actually, this is the step 10 of the step 13. 13 being the last final stage before the certificate of precondition will be issued. After the thorough evaluation and review from the LGU with the special mention to our legal officer, we have already included all the necessary things to be included in the MOA. If we were going to have it approved today in our Committee of the Whole, this will be submitted to the Office of the Regional NCIP Legal Division also for the review. And after 15 days, they will going to return it. Then this will be subject for the issuance of the certificate of precondition, where our applicant can already operate as a restaurant, Madam Chair and Majority Leader. Thank you very much and good afternoon.
Okay, thank you. I noted your explanation, Honorable Chair of this committee.
Honorable Chair, thank you, Honorable Chair, for introducing the salient points of the MOA. Honorable Chair has introduced also the other, as in this public hearing, we might as well also acknowledge the others who are around, who spared their valuable time to come to this public hearing, Honorable Chair. May I ask the Secretary to acknowledge the other guests who are present around, Honorable Chair.
Yes, Madam Chair, we would like to recognize the presence of our guests this afternoon. We have the presence of the Precocina Management and Staff, headed by General Manager Hana Gulimlim. Palihog tindog for your recognition. Hasta ang atong mga staff, ma'am. Okay, thank you, ma'am. Likewise, Madam Chair, we have the presence of Punong Barangay Herminiana Perez, Barangay Ginguna, Punong Barangay Romel Aldohisa po, Gala, we have Attorney Francis Sulita, Legal Officer. We have Mr. Miller Villa, Assistant Protective Area Superintendent, Department of Environment and Natural Resources. We have Attorney Buen Cassandra Libertario, City Legal Officer. Mrs. Jema Regidor, representing the Office of the City Assessor. Mrs. Melanie Cipres, City Planning Development Officer. Engineer Titis Teresa Borge, SWIMO. Engineer Mary Mori Alianic, City Engineer. Mrs. Relinda E. Bation, City Chieftain. Mrs. Emily T. Silva, Provincial Officer, National Commission on Indigenous Peoples, Misamis Occidental. The last but not the least, Ms. Rotisa Grace Wano, City Administrator.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary. Honorable Sir, may I start the ball rolling with inquiries? May we give the floor also to Attorney Francis Solita. He may have other topics to introduce, Honorable Chair.
Okay, go ahead, Attorney.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam Chair. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Honorable Dinky Suiso, for the recognition. Before we begin, Mr. Majority Floor Leader and Madam Chair, I would like to insert some corrections that were not present in this document that you now hold. Going back, Mr. Chair, Roman numeral 3, duration of land rental. It was earlier discussed that instead of the 20-year, the duration of land rental will now reflect 25 years. An increase of 5 years from the earlier proposed MOA that was presented to the NCIP and the indigenous people. Second, Mr. Chair, on Roman numeral number, on letter B, second party, 7, economic benefits. It was agreed upon during our discussion last October that the second party shall give the amount of 1% of the overall gross income or 20,000 pesos, whichever is higher. But the payment of this, Mr. Chair, shall not be made monthly but annually. Annually po. And then another change that is ought to be made, if I may ask, is Ma'am Emily, Ma'am M? Hi, Ma'am. Regarding the Visayan translation, we would like for it to be corrected under non-transferability of consent, na instead of it reflecting IMT Agri-Ventures, it is made to reflect Prescocina and Reserva Suites. Thank you, Mr. Chair. Majority Floor Leader, thank you.
Thank you, Attorney Francis, for making the clarifications on the modifications of the MOA. And may I start with the ball rolling, Honorable Sir, with some inquiries? I have only about 4 points to inquire in this MOA. I will no longer touch on the economic questions, knowing that it's the product of negotiation, bargaining. So di ako mo touch on akin, bargaining na, negotiation na. I will only touch on the other aspects. One of my point is technical and the other 3 points are substantial, Honorable Sir. First, technical, ang more represental sa Picosina, diri sa Atumuha si Mrs. Hana Isminadat Kulinglim of Laman ng Sami City through the corporate board resolution. Mo iingon, apan na nga kung pag-abot sa katapusan, sa dokumento, ang mupirma, si Realba na, President. So, this might be an oversight authorities nga ang pirma sa dokumento sa katapusan, si Realba, Presidente na sa Atumuha, sa Atubangan, ang mo represent sa pagsina si Misana Kulimlim per board resolution. Pero sa MUA katapusan, si Realba, sila mo pirma, this might only be a typographical error. Okay? So, okay na. Lang.
Yes, Mr. Chair. Also, Mr. Chair, I was just made aware that the individual representing the National Commission on Indigenous Peoples is not anymore Mr. Fundador Binahon, but Ma'am Emily, please.
So, Ma'am Emily will represent the...
No po. The regional director is now...
Good afternoon, Madam Chair, to our Majority Floor Leader, Attorney Tapayan. We have now new Regional Director in the person of Mr. Ordonio P. Rosero Jr. He assumed office just this month of July. Thank you.
Thank you, Ma'am. Another modification sa NCIP.
Yes, Mr.
Thank you,
Majority.
Honorable Francis.
Thank you, Majority Floor.
I may proceed with my three substantive points, Honorable Chair. Number 2, in the obligation of the Pisosina, B9, under B9, gingon nga no other activities and additional areas, no other activities have been undertaken by the second party except for the reserva, businesses and restaurant. So wala yung activities na ipangimuon sa pisina, kundi kanilang activities nga nasa MUA. O di po sa 5 other provisions, no complete clause. No other similar project may be undertaken around the general area over the second party. While ay mga negosyo nga ihatag nga kompetisyon sa pisina. No? Kung sa project sa pisina, kung sa inyong activities, di na maghimo og lain. Di na tagaglain po nga pareho ra ang inyong activity. So, because of this, Honorable Chair, mahit nga natin i-define unsay activities sa pisina. Because it was said that the project is reserva, piscina, suits, and restaurant project. Pero wala define sa atong MUA unsa ang project. Example, kanang project na restaurant, no, which I think is certain. Naapoy murag hotel lodging kay namay suits. So, sample na sa activities. So, kanang activities, makita nga sa 9, di na mo himog lain activities ang pisina kung wala diri sa MUA. So, atong i-define ang activities sa MUA sa pisina, unsa nang project. Pisina, suits, and restaurant project, unsa na siya nga project para atong ma-implementar ang 9 other activities. O kanya pong no competition, closed. How will we know nga na competition kung wala ma-define ang project sa pisina? So we have to define it in MUA para walay irritants or restraints later on. Walay gubot. No? So, kung na maghimog lang project, restaurant, di na pwede. Kaya na-define man sa pisina. Kung na maghimog hotel, di na pwede kaya naaman sa inyong MUA. So, I think we have to define this project. And perhaps Honorable Senator could in the meantime respond to my query. Honorable Senator?
Okay, thank you, Honorable Majority Floor Leader.
I have still 2 items.
Yeah. Honorable Suiso is raising his hand.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. I'd just like to confirm with the manifestation of the Honorable Tapayan regarding number 9 on no other activities and additional areas. I forgot to mention that we also discussed this provision during our consensus meeting together with the IPS and the NCIP. And yes, it is true that we really need to mention because previously, they actually applied for more than 1 hectare of the entire area. But because during the said meeting, our CDRMO manifested that few of the area there, if there will be no mitigating projects or infra that will be introduced, we cannot give them the clearance to have it part of the MOA. That is why we have already the 5,000 hectares or the half of the hectares because this portion is safe, especially when we say environmentally or if there are any hazards, there is already implementing structures that could prevent any untoward incidents there too. With the manifestation of the CDRMO, maybe I'd like to ask him, Mr. Chair, of what are those activities that should not be part of the MOA because it's hazardous, maybe camping, glamping, mountain trekking, overnight staying, the accommodation. Can we ask our CDRO for clarification so that we could include in the provisions letters A, B, C under number 9, Mr. Chair.
The Honorable
Madam Chair.
Mr. Bangko.
Yes, we ask Sir Dondon kung sa mga recommendations, kung sa bahay nila activities na pwede o kung sa activities na dili pwede sa MOA, sa piscina. Sir Dondon, can we give the floor to Sir Dondon, Honorable Chair?
No. Subject. Salamat, Mr. Chair. Madam Chair. May hapon tanan. During our discussion with the Sobanen tribe in few months ago, dito sa Stimson, Abordo, this particular provision, other activities and additional areas, na ay part ato sa discussion is kaning some sort of commitment ni Pres Kusina regarding sa towards sa tribo ug sa kinayahan. Mo na akong yatagan og emphasis ato nga discussion while also suggesting nga ang katong gamiton sa Pres Kusina is katulang within sa kaya niya. No, plus katong areas nga dili kayo medyo katunduol na sa suba nga kuan pod medyo may pagka-critical gamay is gi-exclude na lang to. That's why there was a relocation survey conducted, no? So na-identify na dito ang unsa ra gyud ang area nga dapat nilang ang ilang gi-propose nga operational kuan nila area. Dayon naalala ko giapas nga suggestion ato regarding aning other activities, no? Because I think this will form part of the commitment of Pres Kusina not only to the Sobanen tribe but also sa ato ang kuan, sa ato ang kinaiyahan, no? Like I suggested nga ang design sa Pres Kusina will adapt the implementation of applicable sustainable technologies that prevent soil degradation and slope protection from landslides, siltation, and flooding. So kana siya mag-emphasize kay isa maguna sa mga features atong lugara and also the rest of the kanang kuan nga area dia sa kanang dapitan no mga Aplan barangays, not only Stimson Abordo, Trigos, Kingona, Gimad, no, tungod kay naana siya sa kuan sa fringes of Mount Malindang. So these concerns has to be considered labi na sa ingani nga aduna nay kanang business activity, no, at least ma-observe siya. Dayon tapping of potential sites for tourism option na ni siya for tourism development. Dayon actions that reduce threats to Malindang. Kay mosugot sa dili, there has been an observed kuan kaning activity gihapon on timber poaching, then illegal wildlife gathering or trading. Siguro karon wala na ni siya, but then with the incursion of activities kanang naa na mabibo na ang lugar, di na to kalikayan nga duna na siya nga mga attitude, no. We have experienced that before. So dugay na medyo tiud-tiud na ta sa Malindang, and anything that makita sa uban labi na sa mga bisita na magud ni, no, mang prospect na ba, uy naay kuan diha, naay nindot nga kahoy or and so we took this as this will form part of the commitment of Press Kusina, not only towards the Sobanen tribe but also towards the environment. No, and also lastly kaning participation sa tree growing activities, no, because the area has to be naagi katong labi na tong wala na to gi-include na nga portion katong dito sa katong banks sa creek, no, katong sa kilid sa creek, there has to be tree planting activities to be conducted ato nga mga area. And we ask that Press Kusina include this as part of your commitment to the environment as well as to the Sobanen tribe. Madam Chair.
Okay, thank you.
So,
Honorable
Honorable
Suizo.
Sir, with that, Honorable Sir, so kinahanglan gyud atin sa mga ang activities unsay line of activities nga pwede himo sa pisina para walay doubt ba, walay uncertainty, no? Unya ang area pod as manifested by Sir Dondon, ato mong ibutang skis plan ahadapit ang 5,000 kilometers which will form part and parcel of this MOA. Kani nga ngayota na para sa mo ni karon ang nasa skis plan. Sumura gila ma-define ba sa atong MOA. So ma-exclude tong portion nga na din stress na danger, no, nga di ma-expose ang atong piscina sa danger. So ang batasan katulong area gyud nga walay mga risk, walay mga danger nga ma-expose ang piscina. So may ask give the floor to Honorable Dengue Sison, Sir.
Yes, Honorable Suizo, you are now recognized.
Yes, thank you very much, Madam Chair. With the manifestation of our CDRMO, Mr. Guangco, regarding on the activities niyang giingon, I'd just like to emphasize, Madam Chair, nga coming from Mr. Guangco, nga katong 5,000 square meters nga atong giparintahan sa Press Kusina, na-include man gud dito ang katubitong sa ubos nila nga for accommodation, katong na ay warag abanganan. May we know from you, kay this is also consider activity man good. Aside sa restaurant, naman po good sila overnight stay, na sila in, nga pwede pa abangan. May we know from you kung katong nga area, which is included sa 5,000 nga atong gi-rental, safe ba to kung mag-operate sila or dili? Kay para atong ma-define din nga kung dili gani, di sa nato sila operate sa ilahang suites. Si restaurant lang sa. Pero kung mo-okay ka, atong i-define din kay mo man ay other activity nga ato ang kuan man good, sabtan ani nga provision. Thank you very much, Madam Chair. Kung suites ra ba or restaurant ra ba or silang duha?
Thank you for your manifestation, Honorable Suizo. Napaydugang ang mga yes, Honorable Majority Floor Leader.
So kailangan atong i-define sa di lang project, i-define sa pang area. Na skis plan, gusto po ang part of this MOA. Atas skis plan, muna i-cover sa area sa piscina. So, I think it's clear, Honorable Sir. So, may I proceed to, can we have Sir Guangco first to clarify?
Yes, Mr. Guangco.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Thank you, sir. Katong nga area, when the relocation survey was conducted, na-appeal na tong area, no? And apparently, bisan sa pagtanaw na to, kung anybody could go there, kuan naman siya, kaning relatively safe gid siya, no? Safe ra siya kay layo ra siya sa kuan sa bakilid. And also, I have observed initially the commitment of Press Kusina for mitigation measures that they have conducted on the area. Like for example, they have established the kanang terraces bitaw. Nana sila gihimo dito as part of kuan preventing soil erosion. Anya also it can enhance also the kuan the beauty sa area ba kung naana siya, as well as the establishment of kanang naay retaining wall, no, to protect the katong para sa suites nila nga structures to prevent to protect, no, from in case doon ay mga kuan. Pero katong area safe ra gyud siya, konsehal, no, katong kuan. So that's why my position is that the Reserva Suites and the katong sa restaurant are relatively safe gyud, no. Unya, tuad ako lang emphasize their willingness to abide with kuan kanang environmental kuan measures to be taken para ma-prevent ang mga untoward incidents or ma-victimize sa any calamitous kuan events. Kana lang, Madam Chair.
So, Honorable Chair, klaro na sa mga butang atog activities, no, guys, una good, doon nga na ipupusan mountain climbing, so, atong i-define nga unsa activities nga safe ang piscina, then unsa area. Dapat silang survey, we need survey nga na-skis plan nga mo ni area nga covered sa piscina, no, nga butang og project per attached skis plan. So, klaro na, Honorable Chair, so may aposito my third point on the mechanism redress in case of any complaint, the redress mechanism, the procedure is provided in this MOA. Gani kung na violation sa kasagrado sa lugar na may bungat si organization sa induction nga na panagutan nga 50,000 lang pisina in case of violation sa kultura o kasagrado sa lugar, no, na 50,000 nga violation. So una mga reklamuan we need this procedure, redress and grievance. Kung napod sa MOA, so I would like to be clarified kay dili sa ato MOA sa page 7, redress mechanism, any party to this agreement will fully violate or fail to comply with its duty sa bisod in accordance with the customary laws and practices. Pwede kaya pinasikad sa kusombre o mga practices sa first party sa Subanen tribe. No? Ang sanctions will be imposed in accordance with pinasika sa kusombre o mga binuhatan sa Subanen. Apan sa next paragraph na ibutang a complaint for any possible reason of this agreement shall be endorsed by the chieftain or the Just Cultural Committee to the City Council of Osamis. So, naduha na. Primero, mupile kag kaso dito sa tribo, pinasikad sa kusombre o practices. Ikaduha, mupile o kaso sa City Council, endorsed by the chieftain, we shall call for a hearing about the complaint. I-hearing pa sa council. O ginadri, chieftain shall act as the head of the hearing committee. Ang hearing committee, council, ang chieftain mo head sa council. Kunya ang LGO, sitting member sa disciplinary committee. So I guess we have to clarify this. Whether this resort to the customs sa atong tribo, whether it is alternative, pwede pa ka mupay ka sa tribo o pwede pa ka mupay ka sa council. Sa council board, ato klaro ng membership sa committee. Kaya, ibutan din, ang head sa committee, ang chieftain, kunya, ang usa ka member, ang LGO, anong karoon tayo, kinsay members yun, no? Pwede head ang chieftain, na kinsay members LGO nga mo sit sa council, disciplinary committee, kaya mo kadak mag-hearing. Mura na quasi-judicial court, no? So, I suggest ato i-clear sa mua kaning duha ka resort. Balik kaso sa tribo, Presigas Kusombre, ano balik kaso sa council, duha man ka resort. Ayaw na no alternatibo di ba ni mapurong saping. Either ba ni either or ba? Ato ni Panses, atong klarohon. Kung ganin duha ka resort, alternative ni o pwede andua ito gamiton. No? So, mo ni gusto na ko iklaro aning mechanism na arabay si kita may nga sanction. Can we have the chair to our secretary who is the previous year of NCIP, ato ni Rone? He can explain, mechanism ba? Kagim sa hearing sa NCIP ko. Can we give the floor, Honorable Chair?
Okay, you have the floor now, Mr.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Ako lang ipaklaro. Kanini ang MOA nga atong gi-deliberate karong hapon na is part ni sa implementation sa Indigenous Peoples' Rights Act. Na dinhi ang in case kung dunay complaint, una ang gitawag og pag-iksaw sa customary law. Kung dili ma-resolve, akong sugyot ani Madam Chair and members of this August Council nga wala na appeal ang LGU. Kay in case dili ma-resolve sa customary law, doon na may gitawa, doon na may kanang rules of procedure ang National Commission on Indigenous Peoples nga dalo na dito sa Regional Hearing Office sa Region 10. Manang natay mga provincial legal officer by province within Region 10, then doon na po tayo Regional Hearing Officer sa Regional Office. So kaning ni ang pag-observe og MOA between Pre-Kusina og sa Indigenous Peoples is part sa implementation sa IPRA. So after exhaustion sa administrative law, dapat atong ibutang dinhi dalon dito sa Regional Hearing Office. Kana lang akong sugyot, Madam Chair.
So meaning, sa IPRA na dahil mechanism daan nga mo entertain sa mga complaints na mechanism. So, we ask also Ma'am Silva, o sa imong ikadugang ma'am, kani nga mechanism sa grievance, kabayan sa atong balaod sa IPRA.
Okay.
Ma'am
well,
Silva, can we give the
Yes,
floor?
ma'am, you have the floor now. Ma'am Selva.
Madam Chair, yes, I subscribe with the input of information of Attorney Ronnie Tapayan, since he himself was once one of the regional hearing officer of NCIP. He knows well on how to resolve, he knows well the processes of resolving conflicts, how it will rise from the community going up. If it cannot be resolved at the level of the regional hearing officer, it can go up to the commission and bank. So I agree that the provision of which provides that there is a participation of the local government unit be amended accordingly. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Ma'am Selva.
Thank you, ma'am. So, atong kalahon, atong napansin, atong ni Libertario, kining red discrimination, atong ning butanga, exhaustion of remedies sa custom sa practices. Dito yung una, kung hindi masitol sa tribo, usara i-remedy higher sa in accordance with the IPRA law nga na-cite ni atong ni Rone. No? Unahon sang tribo sa ilang customary practices, the masitol will invoke the IPRA law. sa mechanism mga ibutan sa balaod. So wala na ning complaint city council, no? Wala na kinaman tayo mechanism sa balaod dahil nga naghimo ani. So I hope that's clear, Honorable Chair, and may I proceed with my next point regarding employment. We have conceived nga kaning project sa Pexina maghatag yung employment sa mga subanin nga tibok, and we're happy to know nga nasa mo nga gibutang ang employment sa number 5, employment opportunities. The second party undertakes that 90% of the workforce shall be composed of members of first party. So, workforce 90%, mga subanin. Puna exceptions, except for positions requiring technical and scientific expertise. So, kaya na po, at mong i-define sa MUA, unsay gipasabot sa technical and scientific expertise. Kay mahimuling irritant po, na ikasa na po, kay maglalis unsa man ang technical personnel o scientific personnel. Bayitan, mayon nga, ang cook, dili man na subanin. Mayon ang pisina, kuha man na, technical personnel na, isipta, technical man. So may mong lalis. So itong kalahon, unsa kinsa ning technical personnel o scientific personnel. No? Atong i-define. Gawas mag-define sa activities. Atong i-define po ang personnel, unsa ning technical o scientific to pagload irritants in the future. No? Nga walay mga issues nga mahitabo tungod ani nga provision. So we'll ensure nga 90% good sa workforce, mga subanin. No? Ganit, daka mang pieces ng staff. Kasi natin mo subanin tanan lang ato staff 90%. Pero basing kampon, mga scientific po, technical personnel, so wala dahil subanin. So, ato na karoon, kung sa meaning sa isabot nga technical o scientific, para din namin mong source of irritant in the future. Okay? Ato mga legal luminary, ato pa sa ato ni limitaryo. Thank you. So, mauna akong point, I will not venture further to the benefits. Kay di sa product of the decision sa bargaining na sa between NCIP, the Pexina and the Subanin. I am of the impression nga ang Subanin tribe satisfied na nga kondisyon sa Pexina. Nga mga tao 24 mil kada tuig, no? O napay share sa gross annual income 30% o 20,000, whichever is higher. So, di na ko mo question na, kay that's a product of your negotiation. Product of your inyo na ng wisdom. So,
Okay.
muna kong point, I now yield to my colleagues for further inputs and clarifications.
Honorable Sakin is raising his hands. You have now the floor.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Regarding sa statement of Mr. Rico Guangco, Honorable Chair, so I would like to clarify to the personnel from the ENR. Sir, are you agreed that the place of Prescocina within the 5 hectares is safe to the customers? Half hectares.
Good afternoon to the presiding officer and to the chair of this committee and to its members and visitors ng nadireron. So, good afternoon. Actually, I have not gone yet to the specific area where the Prescocina is located. But I've gone to Tipan several times already. Then what I could give an information for this body is that Prescocina has requested through a letter, siguro from their manager, no, for a certification that the area where we want to develop is outside the protected area. So, since ang letter for the invitation diri karon is gahapon pala ko nadawat, I instructed our field personnel nga nasa Tanggob ato nga time to visit the area. Pero humana na nila ni silag adto. Then na-submit na po ang katong letter nga nag-request sa Press Kusina for certification. Endorse na mo sa regional office sa DNR. Kay based sa manual of authorities, ang regional executive director man ang mo hatag sa atong certification. So, kaganiha lang, ako ata siyang gi-review. Dayon ang request niya sa Press Kusina is for the CNC or Certificate of Non-Coverage. So based sa ato ang existing laws and policies sa DNR, if an area, kay sakto itong ingon ni Honorable Suiso nga, kinanglan ipaklaro gyud kung unsa ang lang project. Is it for restaurant only? Is it for with suites and other outdoor activities? Kay kung CNC lang nato ang kung ang restaurant lang, pwede og CNC. Pero kung apil atong mga suites o atong mga other activities, tuwa naman na siya sa kategory nga resort and other tourism activities. So based sa threshold sa EMB Memorandum Circular number 005 series of 2014, makita nato na diha nga ang area gali 1,000 or more kinahanglan na nag-ECC. So in that case, kung i-appeal ninyo tong suggestion ni Honorable Suiso, is you have to secure for ECC. Even though it is not full-bloom environmental impact assessment, but katong checklist lang. Kay mahibawan naman hapon na siya, basin o mamultahan uno na ang Press Kusina na. Kaya wala sila may comply na. Kay 5,000 na ba ito siya, no? 5,000 square meter or 0.5 hectares. So required lang is 1,000 square meter or 0.1 para magkuha taog ECC. So regarding sa hazardous pa na siya nga area, naman tayo map ana sa kwan MGB. Then kana yung mga no build zone, kinahanglan nato na siyang i-set aside as protection forest. Kinahanglan tamna na nato na siya. So based sa akong nakita sa memorandum of agreement karon nga gi-present, the MOA should be a climate proof and disaster proof. So kana lang honorable.
Okay. Daghang salamat, sir. Yes.
So, Honorable Sir, ato na klaro nga, nagay necessity, kinahanglan yun nga, kaning ato muha, comply po ni sa DNR, no, ECC, and other requirements, o, I was also made aware nga, gawas sa DNR, they have to comply also with the requirements of Protected Area Management Board, PAMBE. Now sa requirement, so ato mo yapi sa MOA, nga this MOA should be in compliance with the DNR requirements, ECC, and PAMBE kay musangit mo ta. Ato na po ang MOA, paabot, musangit ta sa DNR, musangit ta sa PAMBE, mura gyapon. Bakit sa sinundanan? So, I think this still a long shot. Ano po sir? Mag-survey pa para magkarong area, alpha area, kinagi klarong survey. Line 1, 2, 3, 4, bounded on the north by lot number south by nagi survey unsa ang area sa Piscina. Para Piscina ba di po maglisod. Ay area na mo claim nga wa may labot, imo labot ni nasa system plan. So magkabag ang opisina. So wala issue, wala mga kaso. So kina nga i-delineation na ini yun na agad. No. Kanya ato na karon sa dinan nga issue kay butan 1 hectares man, 5,000 man. So half hectare. So need ECC. So tamo so be in compliance, could be compliant with the DNR requirements. And also the PAMBE, the Protected Area Management Board. So, thank you for, Honorable Sir.
Okay,
I was clarified.
Thank you, Honorable Majority Floor Leader. Any other manifestation? Yes, Honorable Waminal, please. You have the floor.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Good afternoon, everyone. Clarification ni Madam Chair, no? Under item 4, sa second party. Sanctions to violation to culture committed. States, as resolved and agreed during the IP's consensus and decision meeting, the second party shall pay the amount of 50,000 pesos to the first party for the violation committed against or lack of respect to the culture, customs, traditions, and practices in the implementation of the project. Madam Chair, for the violation committed, is it any violation? Kay ang atong mga violation, Madam Chair, na gamay o dako. So kung makakommit si second party o gamay, gamay raman to, 50 million dayon. So atong klarohon ni Madam Chair, kung any violation ba ni siya nag-commit sa second party, magamay man or madako. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Yes, Honorable Majority Floor Leader.
Clarification. Kani, I assume nga, kani 50 mil, wala ni maximum ni. So ato ang klaro nga, ang sanction nga 50 mil, should be maximum. At least, pag hearing sa tribo, talaga mayroong damage, 500 na, so 500 na po ng violation. Dili 50 mil, dako po 50 mil. So, the sanction should be in consonance with the damage being done, no? Dili kasi tamil gamay dahil kayong damage, no? Gamay ra pud ang sanction. So ato ni clarity at advances nga it should be sanction at an amount of not more than 50,000 pesos.
According to the damage.
So it can be lower. So that's my assumption, Honorable Chair, in response to the query of Honorable Waminal. May we have the floor to Honorable Ciso, Honorable Chair?
Yes, thank you, Honorable Majority Floor Leader. Honorable Ciso, you have some comments.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. I agree to the manifestation of the Honorable Waminal on the culture, possible violation of the culture. May we ask the NCIP, Madam Chair, on what are these possible nga pwede ma-violate ang culture? Pwede po nato na i-mention kay sometimes ang pwede maka-violate ng good ani, Madam Chair, are those tourists or katong mga bisita nga dili kaayo dyan, wala kay idea on what are the Subanon culture nga basig pagluwa pa lang nila din ha, nakakuan na dahil sila sa, violate na dahil sa culture, and what are those possible also nga mga measures nga pwede i-introduce ni Press Cusina to avoid this violation of culture. May we ask the NCIP, Madam Chair? Thank you.
From the DNR.
Madam Chair, yes, when we say violation, we made a manifestation on the penalties, which is mentioned for as higher as 50,000 pesos. The 50,000 pesos, as manifested by our majority floor leader, maximum. But the culture, as we say, is not for us to define because the IP themselves are the very bearer of that culture. We may have different interpretations because we as NCIP, we also gather those data informations from them on what are the things they consider part of their culture, which when violated could mean penalty or sanction. But just like any other community group or tribunal, there is always this what we call due process of law. If someone violated their rights, the process is the complaint will be lodged to the IPS, then the IPS will call the offender and the offended party, and then they will call for a hearing. From there, they will determine on what extent or the measure of the penalty if there is indeed violation of such right. But it can be also violation of the rights of the indigenous peoples in pursuant with Republic Act 8371, of which the exhaustion of the process of the settlement of the conflict will still go from the community going up to the NCIP. So, if we say Republic Act 8371, the provisions there are specific. So, when the conflict is settled by the community and any of the parties is not satisfied with the settlement, they can elevate or appeal such complaint to the community service center, then provincial office going to the regional office. As I have said, if it is culture per se of the Subanen indigenous communities, indigenous peoples, sila ang makadetermine what are those cultures. And I would like to pass this instance to the Subanen indigenous peoples of Osami City. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Madam Chair, with that statement, I am now convinced that there is merit to the suggestion of Honorable Siso nga ato yun nga lista unsay mga customary nga pwede ma-violate, and we can ask the Subanen tribe because we don't know unsay mga customary nga sa ato wala lang kasi ila day dako nga isulto na sa mga tribo sa Subanen. So I think it is merit to the point nga ato lista ang mga customary sa MOA nga pwede balik sa usa ka tao, labi na sa mga customer sa piscina. This could also protect the piscina, nasa customer. Na makablo si customer niya, nakasalat na na penalty. So, by making it a point, na nasa mo ang mga sala nga mahimo against customs at tradition sa atong Subanen tribe, makita sa mga customer sa piscina, salat din malikayan nila. Okay. I'm certain, I'm sure, if not, I'm not in doubt that bago kabilo. Ako kabilo sa mga customer sa tribo na sala na sa tuwa. Di lang, joke lang sa tuwa. Salat na sa tribo, isulto na sila kayo. Kaya muna ilang customer. May tradisyon. So, we have to include this more also as I said, the possible acts that would be detrimental to the customs and traditions of the Subanen tribe. bati on the share, she could make inputs kung sa customary sa tribo nga may muna ko sala sa tao nga may muhimo na nga no mahimo sa moong salaod. So I'm now convinced, Honorable Chair, that this should be included in the MOA.
Okay, I think there is a need for some briefing or orientation for the visitors. If ever ang atong pre-kusina, you could also give some briefing, no? Kay you are very particular at concerned na sa mga violations. Or maybe we can have a committee na mag-conduct mga orientation for our future visitors. Kay ang kana yung ato ang lugar din na sa area na to, that's very inviting to our visitors. So, kinahanglan tingali nato nga doon na gitay committee to conduct seminars. There's a need for seminars. Kaya wala sila kay balo. Wala man may kay balo na nga violation na din ang naa. So, I think you have to come up with a committee or a paper tingali nga kanini ang guidelines nila ba nga this is a violations. Do not do this. The do's and don'ts. Yes. Honorable Suiso.
Madam Chair.
Thank you very much. After na nako si Kuan ni Sir Dondon. Exactly my point, Madam Chair, because if we remember that we go to Bohol, we visited the tarsier there are so many people. But because when we enter the tarsier, what do you call that, preservation area, katong giingon nga na agi mga gipahibalo dito nga bawal ang shouting, bawal magdagko og tingog, bawal manglabay kay makamata si tarsier. So before taning enter kay I'm sure kaning press kusina is a very good gwapo gyud kining area. Namagoy portion dito nga kumuadto ka silahang restaurant, kumusyagit ka dito sa ilahang bitang likod, mo echo imong tingog. Dami kay basin day bawal na sa suba na magsaba-saba. So maybe before the enter na kung i-post dito nga do's and don't.
Warning.
Bawal mo syagit.
There must be a warning.
Yeah, a warning na agad dito yung warag mga dagko tayong mga kuan before that kay para di kabalo sila nga di na pwede magsyagit-syagit. Kuan na ako kanang pamasin lang kung di pwede pero maybe ma-off guard karon si Relinda Batian at ang chieftain kung unsa pong mga bawal, maybe she could submit communication what are those and don'ts.
The do's and don'ts.
Sa kultura nila para mahimo ning measure sa press kusina nga ilahang brief sa ilahang mga visitors later on, Madam Chair.
With that note, maybe we can request Relinda Bation
To submit
the do's and don'ts of the
in order
customs and traditions of
not to be
Tasabanan.
violated, yes.
The do's and don'ts. Yes. Before
Yes, Honorable
recognizing
Chair,
Relinda
ito lang
Bation,
kayo sample lang ha, dili ni bawal magtupis. Di ko ba, ang uban nga mga amiga to, anak magtupis, putunta ko, matupis-tupis, siksik kayo. Sa mga subanin na yung bawal na yan na. Penalty sa 50 mil.
yeah,
So atong
it's against their customs and traditions.
although si Honorable dili bawal siyang tupis, pero base sa subanin, bawal. So, maging malista. Ano ba siya?
Yeah, what is most important is we have
Sample
to
lang,
adapt
sample lang.
the
Isa
culture.
na joke, sample lang ha, sample.
Yes, thank you. Mr. Guangco?
Madam Chair, thank you very much. Para sa ako upod, Madam Chair, is ang press kusina, anything about their business is sa sulod na nila. No? That's why I do not give much katong i-scrutinize yun o gayo na to ang unsay subanen culture and tradition ani nga business, because business is business. Ang katong mga limitation sa business is ma-reflected naman to dito sa business permit, di ba? Na naman na dito. And ang nakita lang ako nga possible violation, no, on the part of the subanen is kung patrabahoon sa press kusina katong mga underage, itong mga bata pa kayo, no, mga school age children, kana siguro mga ingana nga mga kuan ba or diversion from being kananan mahimo na siyang tagayanan or na mga unsa ba di mahimo bang puguha baka ng lugar. So that's a violation, no? Ubo-ubo pa nyo. Oh. Sensor nyo. So, kana ba? I think it is defined already sa ako at sa dito sa business permit. Ang ako lang is on the part sa Subanen, dili man siguro kay dako ang responsibility ni Pres Cusina towards sa kuan kay ilam na negosyo sa sulod man na, no? Na-define man na unsa kung kananan di kananan, kung unsa pa mangyari other activities nga na-define dito sa kuan sa business permit, mao na siya, no? So, but then ang responsibility lang siguro is any kana mga bisita or si tawag na to ana katawag mga customer ba nga mo gala-gala dito kana naala siguro tayo pahimangno dayon let us not forget also nga naa si barangay, naa si LGU, no, naa si Gukom, naa atong tribo ug naa pod ang ato ang mga government officials nga gatanaw, naa si city, naa yung mga regulations city. So anything that's violative of our moral standards, no, labi na kung mahitabo na siya gawas na diri sa kuan, gawas sa atong perimeter sa business, kana pwede ta mo gukod siguro ana. That's for me Pero anything nga buhaton ninyo as long as it's in consonance with what is kuan nga sa inyo business permit, inyo na business, no?
Okay.
Kana lang, Madam Chair.
Madam Chair. Madam Chair.
Yes, Honorable Waminal.
Dogang lang ni Madam Chair. Mas mayo siguro, Madam Chair, ang first party mo hatag checklist sa second party para at least mabasa nila, ma-aware sila sa mga bawal. And then niya man nga to ang ex-officio, Madam Chair, si Honorable Bation, mas mayo siguro. Musaya siya sa gamay kung unsay mga bawal. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Yes, we have manifested that already, no? I-address na nato kang Honorable Bation, mga do's and don'ts bitaw sa kustombre sa mga subanan katong sulti po ni Honorable Waminal ato matong gipropose na nimo. So if you could submit to us also to the committee, address the committee chair, Honorable Suiso, para nga we can somehow kanini ang maka-provide ta og kanang I think guidelines ba? No? Para guidelines kinta for our visitor para kanang butang to friendly advices, no? Friendly reminder sa ato mga visitor kay wa guna sila masayod nga unsay mga kustombre sa ato mga subanan kanini ang higala. So we will try to commission Ma'am Relinda Bation to submit the do's and don'ts, no, to the Honorable Chair para nga we can somehow maka-draft ta o kanang na ang mga guidelines, the do's and don'ts sa mga which will against sa ilang kultura.
Yes, Honorable Chair, this could be minor, but this is significant kay ang ato biyang bisina murag muatak ni tourist, di ba? Tourism. Nga daghan ba mga kananan nga ang ilang style panugang kustombre ang atas ilang sibidura lahi. No? Sa Europe, ilang mga sibidura playboy attire. No? Makatak ma-playboy sama ni ako amigo. Kay playboy attire. So, ang turista, but supat ngayon sa kustombre sa tribo. So, ang na atong tukion unsay mga bawal sa tribo.
Okay. Thank you. Yes, ma'am, from the INR.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Siguro in relation to the topic nga ato ang nahisgutan karon, I would suggest ang ancestral domain area gyud mismo ang magbutang og warning signs sa tanang locations na ang atong mga IP kay lisod pod og sa Pres Cusina nato siya nga himuong measure, no? Although mas maayo nga mas makapos ko dito kay ang press kusina naaman siya delimitation sa iyang location o sa iyang business. But we do not know nga ang iyahang mga parokyano, iyang mga bisita, pwedeng mo explore pasaka pa sa other areas. So siguro I would suggest, I concede also with the suggestion of the good chairperson and Attorney Mars about the establishment of warning signs of what are those cultures, do's and don'ts na atong ipaskil sa tanang location nato sa hisgutanan nga asa nahimutang ang atoang ancestral domain ug ang atong mga IP community. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. So any other manifestation? Yes, Honorable Cypris.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Naalang ko idungag aning about payment of rental and ownership, Madam Chair. Well, okay na ning about sa rental, Madam Chair, but as we know na ang press kusina is sila mo ay nag-build sa maong structure. So, after 25 years, gusto lang natong iklaro, Madam Chair, once na mahuman ang ilahang kaning contract is if ever dili sila mo renew sa maong kaning business is tanang mga dili ma-remove or permanent structure, dili na po na nila gubon. So it should be goes to the IP. And ang katurang pwede nilang madala, mooy ilahang pwede na ma-remove nila like naamang yun na sila yung mga gipangdala din na sample lang, mga baso, kutsara, tinidor, pwede na nila madala, pero ang permanent structure na ilahang gibutang din pwede lang nato po na sila ibutang, Madam Chair, na permanent, dili na po nila gubon. Kana lang akong gusto po mapuno, Madam Chair.
Any comment?
Yes, Honorable Sir.
Yes, Honorable.
Importante na kang Honorable Lolo Bintis nga suggestion kay wala man ang butang sa agreement. Kay ubang ang mga tarinta sa Samis, ubang bangko, 15 years, at 15 years, ang tagiya sa building, ang tagiya sa tanay lang rintahan. So, kaya noon, is subject to negotiation. Kay, langit ang pisina, ilang permits, mahal lang kayo ba? Ilang lodging house, ilang giayog, gama para ma-attack ang mga customers. So, it will cost a lot sa pisina. So, basi sakit lang buot nga after 25 years, dili na ila, iklam subject to negotiation. It should be included in this MOA, Honorable Sir.
Okay.
So, may we have here also the punches on this pattern, Honorable Sir.
That has to be incorporated in the MUA. Tanan mga kuan kondisyones, no? Any other manifestation? Yes.
Yes.
Madam Chair, Mr.
Yes, sir.
Majority Floor Leader, good afternoon. If I may direct your attention to B6, second paragraph of properties. If I may read the provision, by the time the second party chooses not to continue or renew the project or by any reason cannot continue the project, the full control and management of the land shall revert to the first party, including all the improvements established therein. So this is actually already part of the MOA, Madam Chair.
Okay, that would be incorporated in the MOA. Thank you, Attorney. Yes, Honorable Dway Longso din at Honorable Sakin.
Thank you, Honorable Presiding Officer. Just a clarification, if pwede po natong ma-include sa MOA, if ang what penalties apply if the second party fails to comply the letter B, number 5, employment opportunities, and number 8, no displacement, Madam Chair. Kay as far as ako ang nakita sa Memorandum of Agreement, ang there is a sanction to violation to culture and committed ang kaniramang the first party for the violation committed against or lack of respect to the culture, costume, traditions, and practices in the implementation of project. So if pwede po na itong ma-include, Madam Chair, kung ma-fails po ang first party to comply sa number 5, employment opportunities, and sa number 8, nga note, as sa second party, Madam Chair, nga dili nila ma-comply ang number 5 nga employment opportunities nga dapat 90% is subanin gyud ang ilahang kwaon except for those positions katong requiring technical or scientific nga mga requirements, and number 8 no displacement. So if ever dili lang nila ma-comply, basi pwede na to ma-include kung say penalties nga atubangon sa second party, Madam Chair. Thank you.
Yes, Honorable Suiso.
Thank you, Madam Chair. The answer to the inquiry of the Honorable Dwight Lungsod is given on Roman numeral number 5 under redress mechanism, that any party to this agreement who will fully violates or fails to comply with its duty shall be sued in accordance with the customary laws and practices of the first party, and sanctions may be imposed in accordance therewith, provided that the sanctions are not excessive, cruel, and degrading. And in fact, ato na ning strike out ang complaint nga si LGU City Council ang mo hearing because mahimo na pud siya kuan another non-forum shopping na taani. So anhita ani sa appropriate agencies, tribunal and courts of law, or NCIP as an agency.
Okay,
So
thank you.
that is already answered. Thank you.
Thank you for your manifestation, Honorable Suiso. Any other? Yes, Honorable Sakin. Go ahead.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Honorable Chair, pwede na to mapangutana si Bae Relinda Bation, Honorable Chair. Bae Relinda Bation, so kining nakalatid sa Memorandum of Agreement, so nagabase ba ni sa insakto nga konsultasyon sa mga sakop sa tribo?
Yes, palihog ko. Nababation. You have the floor now.
Thank you, Madam Chair, and Majority Floor Leader and the City Councils here present. Yes, Honorable Sakin, nag-agi gini siya proseso, gani naapa gani si Attorney Frances, si Konsehal Dinky Suiso. So naami sa Sitio Tipan, sa Stemson Abordo ani nagtapok, dili lang kaisa kun dili kadaghan gud mi ani gi-consult gini siya sa mga tribo. So mao na siya ang nahimo namo nga gani ako gusto to nako tubagon kaganina ang gibot giingon po ni attorney nga bawal ba ang unsa tong mga bawal dito kaganina nga giingon. So usa po to nga mo nang nabutang siya sa muwa kay usa sa to nga naisgutan namo ang discrimination. Usa gyud nga naisgutan namo gani bisan naamang gyud sila karon kato bitong mga bawal kana bitang usa nga mag-discriminate like katong giingon ni Konsehal Dinky Suiso nga nagsinggit-singgit. Like kana bitong discrimination nga miingon ka og yog-yog balagon dagan sa banon. Grabe na ka-discriminate para sa tribo. So mo nang kami nagbutang gyud mi nga kinanglan gyud nga naay mga penalties. So ibutang gikasabutan na pud na namo dito sa panahon sa among consensus meeting nga magbutang gyud mi ato before mag-operate ang Press Kusina. Kay aron ikaduha pod nga gihisgutan didto kato bitong mapapahawa ang tribo tungod lagi kanang hadlok-hadlokon bitaw. So naagi na siya kaning gibutang ni sa muwa karon mao ni siya ang sa gimitingan gyud Honorable Sakin na proseso gyud na namo sa among mga tribo na amang sila karon no. Pwede sila mapangutana. Thank you.
Honorable Chair, follow up.
Thank you, ano. Thank you, ano.
Okay, thank you, Bae Rin Debation. So, mangutana po ko ni Gokom Dimitrio Sumuan ang barangay Gunutan Chiptin na si Gokom.
Gokom Sumuan. Gokom Sumuan?
So, kinsay laing mga pangutana na to diha? Represented by? Okay, from IPMR, from Stimson Abordo. Ma'am?
Okay.
Ako lang i-kuhan, ma'am, i-validate o ako lang ipaklaro. So, appeal man ka sa proseso sa plastar sa Memorandum of Agreement. So, ako lang i-verify sa imo nga ang statement ni Bae Rilin Debation, so haom ba no, sa maong kultura sa atong makaigsunan nga mga subanin?
Okay, palihog.
Okay, good afternoon everyone. Yes, Konsihal, sakto jud siya. Haom siya sa kultura subanin.
Okay, so aside sa mga kining suggestion kaganiha, aside sa mga corrections, so wala na mo'y lain nga idugang o kuhaon o i-correct o papason sa maong Memorandum of Agreement.
So far wala na jud siya. Sakto ra gyud siya tanan. Ang mong gikasabutan sa amuang pag-negotiate dito sa mga subanin o sa mga press kusina pagpana mo negotiate.
Okay, last question, Honorable
Go
Chair.
ahead.
Unsay impact sa atong mga kaigsuonan nga subanin sa maong establishmento nga pagatukoron diha sa Stimson Abordo?
Kanan siya, number is nakatabang din siya sa pod sa amuang community kay ilabi na sa amuang mga trabahanti dito is mga subanin magud ilahang mga gipanguha. So nakatabang siya dako kay gumikan kay wala gud pud tay mga trabaho kamong mga kaubang mga subanin dito. So tako siya katabang aron maka-apply gid siya makakuan sila, makatrabaho gid sila dito.
Okay, so sa kinatibukan, wala na may pagsupak.
Wala na may pagsupak ng uyon na gid mi sa
Thank you, Honorable Chair.
Okay, thank you very much, Honorable Sakin. Doon na pa ba yung mga manifestation? Yes, Engineer Burhe.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Good afternoon to all. I have heard kanina from Forester Miller Villas bahin sa requirement of the ECC. So, i-remind lang unta nato ang proponent nga puhon kung mangayo na mo og business permit. Nakita nako dito nga nilapas gid mo sa 1,000 square meters katong location sa duha ka suite. So kinahanglan na gyud og ECC kaning lapas sa man ta og 1,000 square meters. And since sa ECC naa na pod na daghan kay nga mga kondisyones, later na pod namo pangayuon ang ilahang compliance. Naalang ko'y additional nga suggestion sa other provisions nga ang pag-inspect sa environmental nga provisions happens only once in 3 years. Unta, himuon na lang nato og annual kay dako na kaayo ang mahitabo sa tulo ka anyos nga mo dagan. So kung mahimo and the body approves nga atong utrohon ang tulo ka tuig ug isa ka kada tuig. That would be all. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Okay. Your
Sure.
manifestation is instead of 3 years, mo na tong
Every
annual. Okay.
Other
Mr.
provisions.
Secretary, kindly take note on that manifestation of Engineer Burhe. Mr. Secretary. Mr. Secretary. kindly take note of the manifestation of Engineer Borhe. Instead of 3 years, kuno, can we make it at 1 year?
Annual.
I'm sorry, Madam Chair. May I ask the SWIMO to kindly repeat your questions?
Thank you. Madam Chair, may I?
Yes, go ahead.
Thank you, ma'am. In other provisions, environmental conservation, it says here that the environmental inspection is to be conducted every 3 years. So I would like to suggest that we shorten this time because the 3 years is such a long period of time and anything can happen in 1 year's time. So why can't we make it annually? Annual inspection.
Actually, Madam Chair, the shorter the better.
So you agree on the manifestation of Engineer Borhe?
Yes, Madam Chair, the shorter the better, but it depends upon whether the proposal of Engineer Borhe will be approved by the parties, Madam Chair.
Okay. Yes, any other manifestation? Yes, ma'am, from the NR.
Yes, Madam Chair. Yes, that is a good suggestion actually, but I believe part of the provisions on the part of the obligation of the NCIP, we have visitorial power anytime. It does not say, it does not give period. So which means we can go there, conduct the visitorial activity or inspection even less than 1 year. But that is a good suggestion. I suppose I agree with that suggestion. Thank you.
Okay.
Madam
Take
Chair.
note on that, ma'am.
Madam
Any
Chair,
other manifestation?
here.
Yes, Engineer.
The visitorial monitoring here is for the NCIP only. The environmental inspection that involves the local government unit, that is what I am referring to.
Yes,
Yes, noted, but the NCIP does not do visitorial power without coordination with the partner agencies like local government units, DENR, or other stakeholders. Thank you.
okay. Thank you. Noted on that. Any other manifestation? Yes. Wala na? Sir, from the NR. From,
DNR, no? Every year, so who is amenable to have it every year? But the point of it is ang mga inspection na yung LGO every year. So